Is King's Disease 2 nominated for a Grammy, you know? I think it is.
I don't even check stuff like that. Like if you would have, I would have to see it on according to hip hop's feed.
Who? Well, you know, I think it may have been, but Jay Prince, he spoke out about Kanye West being, I guess, what's the word they're using? They're not using the term banned, but basically being removed from his performance at the Grammys. And this is what Jay Prince had to say. I want to get to this real quick. He proposes hip hop versus the Grammys. And this is from Black Enterprise. Shout out to them. In a post titled Hip Hop versus the Grammys on his Instagram and Twitter account, Jay Prince, who helped Kanye West and Drake beef, explained these artists should be considered in his plan. He said, I've been watching the Grammys control and dictate our culture to their benefit, up close and personal, for the past 30 years. And all the artists, managers, executives would do is complain, but never had the nuts to come together and do anything about it. Even though the latest episode deals with Trevor Noah and the canceling of Kanye West, this racist act is so much bigger than them. Prince then details the master/slave mentality that the Recording Academy incorporates when dealing with black artists, explaining the basis of the 13th Amendment in the Constitution, where slavery was abolished, yet everyone in the prison system and those who are out of prison have been convicted on crimes are considered a slave in the United States. He added, this is the slave master's punishment, nigga mentality, and act to remind us, that no matter how much money we have, we're still a nigga in their eyes. So they canceled Kanye and discriminated against Drake, The Weeknd, Nicki Minaj, and many others over the years. This will only be broken by us to unite our powers and bring about change moving forward. And that change that he proposed is a show in Vegas with Drake, Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, and The Weeknd streaming live performances at the same time as the Grammy Awards that is being aired April 3rd. And he is saying that will show that hip hop is the one that brings the real ratings and definitely take away from the Grammys ratings. What do you think about that?
Let's do it.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Let me go to Nas the Great with the super chat. It says the Grammy nomination this year: KD2, Off Season, Certified Lover Boy, Donda, and Tyler the Creator. Appreciate that.
It's
And
actually
Blue Collar Hustler says KD2 is nominated for Best Rap Album. Bath Salt for Best Rap per, I guess, song, whatever. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Performance, I got you. All right, so this is what I think about it, man. I think that it is about time. I think it's something that definitely is plausible, and it's a way to use technology to our benefit. Because I do believe that hip hop is a big draw when it comes to these award shows. I mean, hip hop basically runs the culture, especially when it comes to music. We set the tone, and these are some of the biggest stars visually, and I do think that the live performance are the reasons that people actually watch these award shows. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that, I guess it's unpopular or whatever, but these award shows are boring, man. Like, these shits is outdated. I think that there's two things that I think that have been outdated since technology and social media have been awry. I think it's post games. And, with the media and stuff, we don't need that in the NBA or whatever sport anymore. And we do not need award shows anymore.
All I'm saying is, it's like Gangstar. It's like the moment of truth, how it starts off. How many times are we going to say this? I'm like, we have certain formulas. We update our formulas with the times.
Yeah.
Update the formula. Get these old people running these award shows. Give them a retirement package. Send them about their way. Get those 20 to 25-year-olds that are in your building and be like, hey, tear this shit down and build it back up. Please and thank you. That's what young people are here to do.
Exactly. These award shows are old and stuffy, man. Like them shits is like, who's watching it anyway? I mean, I'm
Like,
definitely not gonna watch it.
like
You know what I'm
they
saying?
should have been. They should have been like they got so much money. Like they should have been made this like super cool and like put like little mini bars in the middle of the aisles and people can sit at the bar during the award show, get a little appetizers or hors d'oeuvre passed around. Man, make this shit a soiree. Don't make that like. Here's the thing: you go into this just to go really to the after party, and it's like no. Go ahead and make the award show the party.
Somebody said bring back the Source Awards. See, this is my thing about the Source Awards. I think it was just a moment in time, and I think that the Source Awards was so dope because those people who became icons, they weren't getting invited to these other award shows. And they were all in the same room because this was the only place that was really going to give them their just due.
Rap.
We don't have that anymore.
Yeah, rap wasn't.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of hip hop environment anymore.
People forget, like, okay, so in 1994, rap is only 20 years old. Look at it like the adolescence is literally just reaching maturity of adulthood on some sort of level. So it's like, it's still super young in 94. Still super young, you know? So Wu-Tang Clan isn't getting the recognition outside of the community that we're giving it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Leroy Green says A2HH is the award show. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that, but it's like how to do it. You know, it's you got to get real creative when it comes to award shows. Things move so fast now. Ain't nobody sitting down for like 2 hours. I would be more prone to do the According to Hip Hop Festival than award show. Go ahead.
Damn all that, Leroy. Why don't you just go ahead when we're done with this podcast and call your rich ass friend finances?
Yeah, is that Jay-Z's way of telling us that he's gonna
all that money you're financing for all these brunches every year?
You know what? That's it. Yeah. The A2HH luncheon. That's what we gotta do. But speaking of luncheons, though, it's interesting to me that, you know, that everybody who's a power player in hip hop isn't jumping on what Jay Prince is saying and like, yo, yeah, let's do this. Like, I don't understand why Puff, you know, not to bring him back up, but remember he was at the Grammys, what was that, 2 years ago? At the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic hit, he told the Grammys that they had 365 days to get it right, right? You remember that? So I would think that he would be applauding what Jay Prince is doing and team up and, you know, help these efforts. Same thing with Jay-Z, same thing with Dr. Dre. I mean, this is Kanye West, right? I mean, I thought if you Google Kanye West and go to his Wikipedia, he's actually a part of the Hitman, which was Puff's production team. And we know Kanye West and his relationship with Jay-Z. Why aren't they coming together to support these efforts? I don't understand.
If they belong to other people, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they belong to other people.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. I think that exposes this, you know what I'm saying? And I love the idea, and I hope that Jay Prince forges forward on this. I know one thing, if Kanye West jumps out and says anything about it, it's happening. And you saw what Kanye was able to do at that listening event. Yeah. He could stop the world.
Well, you see these guys, you know, they have to call all of their attorneys and all of their uplines and all that, you know, there's a whole team of people that they have to call before they can even make a move, because that's what happens when other people own you.
The Real says Jay Prince is polarizing. Yes, he is, and so is Kanye West. And with them two together, I mean, honestly, Kanye could do this this Vegas thing by himself and stream it at the same time as the Grammys and take all of the Grammys ratings away. All they got to do is make it free, because people stream anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are paying attention to what's going on in music right now, they're not sitting in front of a TV. They're sitting in front of a computer, their phone. Whoever's watching us right now, for the most part, probably isn't even watching this on a TV. So, yeah, they make it streamable and stay real technologically forward. The Grammys are done because they're not doing anything different.
What do they do?
That's what I used to like about the MTV Awards, though. Back in the day, like MTV Awards will always bring some new technology to the forefront.
Or they would do, you know what I like? I like the design, the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
They would always do something different or funky with the layout.
They would switch up cities. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
switch up color schemes, switch up backdrops, switch up hosts,
Yep.
have different things, try different stuff. Yeah,
Communication devices. Like it would be
Right.
different technological
Right.
things that the MTV Awards used to do that made them, to me, a lot more interesting than any other awards show.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, we need to.
Yeah, that whole thing of people sitting in the audience and with assigned seats and suits and clapping on cue and these live performances that aren't really live and fake audiences, man, that shit is over. It's just done.
Mike, that's some old white people shit. Let's just call it what it is. That's old white people shit. And we got to stop doing things that old white people have formatted us and trained us to do, even post-slavery.
Well, I think this is an opportunity to basically reset the table, and who better do it than Kanye, Nicki, Drake. And The Weeknd, I think, is a wild card pick. I would like Lil Wayne to be a part of that, man, because I think that he's a person that doesn't get his just due in mainstream society for his contributions. And him and Kanye had a lot to do with each other's, well, Kanye was kind of, his rise was a little bit before Wayne's, but they've always helped each other collaboratively throughout their different rises.
Yeah.
But
Wayne was here first, though.
What's that?
I said, but Wayne was here first.
Wayne was technically here first, but I think that Kanye had a lot to do with the Carter 3 being that crossover mainstream, I don't want to say success, but just breakout for Wayne.
It was a mainstream breakout, and so I get what you're saying on that level, but I think somewhere after the Carter 1 and 2, he had kind of like cemented his like status like in the community.
You think so?
Yeah,
because I even think his appearance on Graduation was a big deal for him.
Really? I never felt that way.
I think Wayne being on Barry Bonds was a big deal. Because what other mainstream heavyweight project was he getting those invites to? Because you remember when him and 50 was kind of going back and forth for whatever it was. And 50 got on MTV and was like, you can't even name the first single from Wayne's last album. You remember that? Because Wayne was buzzing, but he still didn't have like that hit until a million.
Okay. I mean, he had Hustler Music, Fireman, Go DJ.
Fireman was the first single, but that was what people couldn't name.
Yeah, I remember.
Because 50 was like, no, the first single. Yeah, 50 used to do.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Can't wear that. Why? That's where my stash at. Put my Mac down. That's where you like it.
The Internet Artist Repertoire says, no, it wasn't, Mike. Well, I guess we talking about Wayne. Wayne is one of those people it's really tough to define when and where certain things happen because he had so much.
See, this is what I mean.
And he had the mixtapes.
Well, a lot of people will identify Wayne as a star even before his solo career even started. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's real.
So so it's kind of hard to rate that, And then there's his stardom as a solo artist, So